Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. So, yes, that's my dogs in the background. Sorry about that. I've not yet shuffled the cards, but, let's just chat a bit. I was listening to Carrie's Leo reading this morning because I do have a Leo moon, which is in opposition to Pluto in retrograde right now. So, talking about all the wonderful, fun things I don't know. Anyway, what was she saying? She made a comment, and I actually rewound the video because the comment really kind of stood out to me this time. And I don't know if that's my energy, our energy, whatever, but I was getting ready to do the reading when I heard it, and it was something about the beatings will continue until morale improves. And I thought, how interesting. We experience that a lot in our lives, right? Just the until I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing regardless. I'm not going to do any work on myself, and you just need to do better on your side. So not quite the energy I want to be in on either side of that, but we do find ourselves on the receiving end of that. Then it's time to get rid of the person doing the beatings, I guess. I don't know. So let me start the reading, and let's get the energy for today. So energy for today is energy. Okay, that one wants to come out. The Knight of Cups. So some offer of love, new love, old love. I guess it could be a kind of like a Prince Charming situation, right? Some romantic proposal, but I don't often read for love, but I don't know. I see it that way. So maybe it's a new love of self, a new romantic offer from someone you've had your eye on, maybe. I don't know. Are we starting to feel a little bit like we're ready to put ourselves back out there, potentially? I know a lot of women in their late 40s, 50s have made a conscious decision to stay single for whatever reason. I was reading up on that last week, but are we done with that? I don't know. Are we done with that? But there's an offer coming in. Some sort of offer of new love. And maybe it's not romantic love. Ace of Swords. Maybe it's thinking about things in a new way. Maybe the romantic love isn't, maybe it starts as a friendship, right? Which is probably the way it should start, right? Maybe it's someone you've known for a long time that it finally is turning romantic or something, but thinking about things in a new way. What is that new way that we want to think of things? Maybe it's new ideas in your job, new ideas in your life, but some sort of mental clarity, maybe seeing things in a new way, old paradigms that are shifting. And of course, they're shifting because the way we look at things is shifting, right? To the Six of Pentacles. So giving or receiving help, generosity. I like this one because she looks really sassy, and she's trying to balance and make it fair but not equal, right? Notice these pentacles, like some of them are getting one, some are getting two, some are getting one, and she's just, everybody gets what they need, right? We all get what we need. May not get what you want, but you're definitely going to get what you need. And when we talk about tarot in our lives and our shadow work and so forth, then what we need might feel uncomfortable at first, but there's always the other side of it, and there's always something in our best and highest good as a result of that. But it's hard to see that in the moment, right? Hard to see that in the moment. What's our next card out? We've got the This Might Hurt card. So some sort of painful ending to a cycle, but as we know, painful endings bring soft beginnings, potentially, right? But there might be some sort of ending of a cycle that's somewhat painful. And notice that in this card, I like this card because when it's not painful, she's kind of just, girls, stop. I don't know why my dogs have to fight in here every time I do a reading. It's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. It's kind of funny because the dogs are fighting, right? We're fighting against it instead of just letting it flow the way it's supposed to flow. But some sort of fighting of the ending that's coming. And maybe, I don't know, like I've experienced that in my life where there's some relationships I have in my life that need to end, and I don't want them to, right? They're significant, special relationships that should never end, right? But they probably need to end, and I'm fighting it. I was talking to my daughter this morning. She's going through some stuff, like I told you guys, with my grandson, and she posted some stuff on Facebook to bring awareness to the situation. And a lot of parents have actually deleted her off Facebook and won't let their kids play with my grandson anymore. And I thought, well, that's painful, but it's also telling you who your people are, right? It's telling you who's in your corner and who's not. Like, if these people aren't there to support you in the bad times, they don't deserve you in the good times. So let that shit go, right? Let it go. Our advice is to know that you are your own stability, right? With that self-love. We create our own stability. Our stability isn't found from the outside in, it's found from the inside out, right? We got to love ourselves first, really, really love ourselves, and be willing to be the only ones, right? Maybe us and one or two other people. And then our stability starts on the inside, and then it works its way out, right? It starts with us at the end of the day. And family, right? So rely on that family, not necessarily DNA family, but rely on your soul family for your support and what you need to keep you safe. It doesn't have to come from the whole town, just from the people in your circle. And your love of self comes from your higher self. And your higher self always has your back. Always has your back. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, I love this card, the Four of Cups. So we don't have to take everything that's offered to us. I know that in some decks it kind of looks like apathy or feeling unfulfilled, but I feel like this is just, you don't have to take everything that's offered to you. So something may be coming in the way of an offer, and maybe it's this romantic offer, right? But you don't have to take it. It doesn't have to be something that you accept into your life. You don't have to receive every gift that's given to you in the way of good and bad, right? If somebody's criticizing you, you don't have to accept that. You don't have to receive that. You get to choose. You get to choose. You have the agency to choose that. Let's get a This Might Help card. Maybe I have time to read out of the book today. Let's see. What might help us today? What is going to help us today? And of course the dog's disappeared. Thank God. It got quiet in here. What might help us today? Maybe nothing. All right, one more, and then I'm just going to pick. There we go. We've got the Bow of Eros and the Stormy Sea. The Bow of Eros. So number 6. What card is that? I don't know. The Bow of Eros is, it's kind of like the Lover's card. Okay, I love it. I love it. The Bow of Eros. And it says, Eros, known as Cupid by the Romans, was the Greek god of sex and love, tasked with lighting and snuffing the flames of love in gods and mortals. Eros shot 2 types of arrows, sharp gold-tipped arrows, which made the target fall madly in love, and blunt lead-tipped arrows, which made the target immune and uninterested in the advances of another. The Bow of Eros represents moments when your feelings change. Infatuation feels like you have been stuck. It is the jolt of a new crush, sexual attraction, and falling in love. Alternatively, there are moments that break your heart. Moments that make you realize that a relationship isn't going to work, or that you no longer want to be with a person in the way you once did. So it can go both ways, right? It can go both ways. We're not really sure which way it's going to go, but again, we had the Lover's card, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups. So maybe this is about romantic love, you guys. It's very possible. The next one is the Stormy Sea. And I believe that is the Suit of Air. Let me find it. Let's see. Oh, we got some time. Stormy Sea. Maybe it's not. Water. Oh, it's probably Cups. Cups. Jesus. Sanora, what are you doing? These Cups. Split. Cup. Clouds. The Stormy Sea. King of Cups is an archetype of emotional resilience and stability. So he floats placidly on a stormy sea, then choppy waters, representing an emotional environment that is erratic, turbulent, and dangerous. Fish leap from the water, representing intrusive thoughts and feelings forced from the unconscious to the conscious. The stormy sea represents a setting of tumultuous and unstable emotions. These feelings could be yours or the emotions of the people surrounding you. You may feel every wave, or you may be used to the storm that barely feels like a storm at all. The King of Cups sets an example of weathering the storm, floating above the fray and balancing his emotions. Sometimes this is the answer, but other times you need to row like hell towards shore. There you go. All right, guys, I think we're about out of time, so that's it. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.